commitment that we have in life is good the whole time. No, you're gonna get a dump. They're gonna dump shit on you. Can you now stand in front of everybody with doo-doo on you and be like, yep, we finna try again. I'm finna do it again.
You know what? Let me wipe this shit off. I got another idea.
Oh, bro, like, I'm definitely finna take a bath, 100%. I'm gonna get it from in between my neck. Like, we gotta get this shit off us, but you gotta continue to.
Things just got explosive again. The drama between Iman Shumpert and Aaron Pierre has taken another sharp and emotional turn, and this time, it involves the one person no one ever wanted dragged into the middle, Teyana Taylor's daughter. Multiple. Sources confirm that Iman snapped after allegedly catching Aaron Pierre hanging around near his daughter's dance class. Eyewitnesses say what started as a tense moment escalated into a near-physical confrontation. And yes, there's video proof that's already going viral. As fans rush to pick sides, the real question is Aaron overstepping, or is Iman letting his emotions spiral out of control? With emotions boiling and family ties on the line, it's clear. This situation is far more than just a love triangle now. It's personal. According to several eyewitnesses, it all started outside a popular dance studio where Teyana's daughter has been taking classes. Aaron Pierre was reportedly seen parked nearby, sitting alone in his car. Just minutes later, Iman arrived, likely expecting a normal pickup. Instead, he saw Aaron, and that's when everything exploded. One onlooker described the moment vividly. Iman got out of his car fast. He looked angry, like he was ready to fight. Others say the tension could be felt even across the parking lot. It wasn't clear whether Aaron was there for a casual reason or something more intentional, but fans immediately began speculating. Was this just a coincidence? Or was Aaron trying to insert himself into a moment that should have stayed between father and daughter? Things didn't stay quiet for long. A bystander managed to capture a muffled video from inside their car. You can't see everything, but you can definitely hear it. In the audio, a man's voice, believed to be Iman's, can be heard shouting, "Stay away from her." Seconds later, a calmer but firm voice, likely Aaron, replies, "You don't own her life, man." That video alone has now racked up over 3.4 million views in less than 12 hours. Comment sections are packed with reactions. One person wrote, "This is about to get legally messy real fast." Another added, "When men let ego talk, kids get caught in the crossfire." As chaos swirled online, all eyes turned to Teyana Taylor, who's caught in the storm once again. She's remained silent publicly, but sources close to her are speaking out. A close friend reportedly told a gossip site. Teyana specifically told both men, especially Aaron, not to be around her daughter without her being there. If that's true, and Aaron was in violation of her request, then this incident may be even more complicated than fans thought. Some followers are placing blame squarely on Teyana. One user wrote, "She created this mess by introducing Aaron too soon." Others jumped to her defense, saying, "She's the only one acting mature while the men turn everything into a battle zone." But here's where it really gets messy. Apparently, this wasn't Aaron's first time around Teyana's daughter. Months ago, he was photographed attending a school recital. He wasn't just in the back row, he was right up front, clapping, next to Teyana. That photo recently resurfaced, and now fans are questioning the timeline. How long has Aaron been part of the child's life? Was this gradual or sudden? One comment read, "You don't bring every man around your kids, period." Others countered, "If he's serious about Teyana, it makes sense he'd support her family too." But the reactions didn't stop with fans. Iman's family stepped in, and they're not holding anything back. His sister posted a cryptic message that read, "Family first, always. No explanations needed." Just hours later, a cousin shared a photo of Iman holding his daughter, with the caption, "A real father doesn't sit back while strangers get too close." These posts sparked a wave of support for Iman. Many are now speculating that he may be preparing to take legal action to limit Aaron's contact with the child. Rumors are swirling that Iman's legal team is already exploring ways to file a protective clause within the custody agreement, one that would require Teyana to get approval before letting anyone new around their daughter. If this goes through, it could drastically reshape how Teyana navigates her personal and romantic life moving forward. And with all this playing out in the public eye, it's becoming clear that the situation is heading straight toward a courtroom. Now, fans are taking sides in ways that go far beyond casual gossip. What began as a messy breakup between celebrities has now turned into a deeply polarizing debate about parenting, pride, boundaries, and love in the spotlight. Team Iman has emerged with full force, with many people defending his actions and painting him as a father simply pushed too far. For them, his response was not a breakdown, it was a boundary. They see Iman not as jealous, but as a protector. One widely shared tweet read, "Iman's doing what men are supposed to do, protect their kids." Another added, "This isn't about drama, this is about keeping your child safe from chaos." To his supporters, Iman is finally drawing a line, and it's long overdue. On the opposite side, Team Aaron is just as vocal. They argue that Iman's actions are rooted in pride and control, not love. In their view, Iman isn't trying to protect his child, he's trying to control his ex. One comment that gained serious traction read, "He's using the daughter as a pawn to stay relevant in Teyana's life." Another fan wrote, "This isn't about co-parenting. This is about a bruised ego." The narrative from this camp is clear. They see Iman's behavior not as noble, but as toxic, an effort to insert himself into a relationship that no longer involves him. As the sides solidify, the internet has become a battleground. TikTok, Twitter, X, Instagram, Reddit, every platform is buzzing with opinion threads, emotional think pieces, and old clips being recycled as evidence. Each short video, every screenshot of a quote or facial expression is now dissected for meaning. What might have been a private emotional conflict between three adults has now evolved into a cultural flashpoint, one that touches on much larger issues: co-parenting, jealousy, emotional maturity, masculinity, healing. And right at the center of this whirlwind is Teyana's child, a little girl who didn't ask to be part of any of this, but has now become the subject of heated online arguments and potential legal decisions. Fans, too, have started digging into the past. They've unearthed a now viral clip from a 2021 interview where Teyana speaks softly but firmly about her priorities as a mother. "I protect my baby from the world, and especially from messy energy," she says in the clip. At the time, the comment was praised for its honesty and clarity. But now, that same sentence is raising questions. People are wondering if something has changed. So what happened to that mindset? A popular post asks. Has fame clouded her judgment? Has the pressure of public life blurred her instincts? Or is this simply what happens when love and life get more complicated than a single quote can explain? The conversation isn't one-sided. Many users are calling for compassion, particularly toward Teyana. One widely shared comment reads, "No mom is perfect. She's trying to love again and still be a good parent. That's not easy." Another user posted, "Teyana is human. People forget that celebrities feel the same pain, guilt, and fear. We do. Let her figure it out without tearing her apart." There's a growing understanding among some fans that being a parent in the public eye, especially while navigating heartbreak and new love, is far more complex than most people can imagine. But behind all the online noise, there's something much more serious brewing, something that could change the situation entirely. According to legal insiders, Iman is reportedly days away from submitting formal paperwork to modify the current custody arrangement. His intent? To implement restrictions on who Teyana can expose their daughter to and under what circumstances. Essentially, this could mean that Aaron would no longer be allowed to interact with the child unless both parents agree. And if one parent, Iman, refuses, that decision could be legally upheld. If this filing goes through and is approved by the court, it wouldn't just be personal, it would become public. There would likely be legal documentation, media coverage, and possibly courtroom appearances. The headlines would shift from breakup drama to custody battle. And with how invested the internet already is, the story would undoubtedly dominate news cycles. Every hearing, every court date, every statement would become content. Public opinion would turn from gossip to analysis. And what started as a broken relationship could quickly become a legal war. But at the heart of it all remains the most heartbreaking reality. A child is caught in the middle of it. A little girl whose face may be blurred in paparazzi photos, but whose name and situation are now familiar to millions. She didn't choose to have her parents' issues play out in front of the world. She didn't ask for strangers on the internet to argue over who loves her more. And yet, she's the one who stands to be affected the most. The decisions being made by the adults around her, whether out of love, fear, pride, or protection, will shape her experience, not just now, but for years to come. This is the unfortunate truth of public parenting in the digital age. What once would have been private conversations, fueled by pain, love, and confusion, are now dissected by people who've never met the family. And while fame offers power, attention, and opportunities, it also brings judgment, surveillance, and the loss of control over your own narrative. It becomes nearly impossible to make a mistake without the world weighing in. So where does that leave Teyana, Iman, and Aaron? For now, it leaves them entangled. In love, in resentment, in legal, uncertainty, and in public speculation. Teyana is trying to rebuild her life with someone new. Iman is trying to protect what he believes is most sacred. Aaron is trying to step forward into a role that may not have clear boundaries. And the world is watching, commenting, judging, and choosing sides, while the truth remains elusive. This isn't just about who's right or wrong anymore. It's about the fallout of real human emotions, amplified by digital noise. And as the lines between love, control, fear, and healing continue to blur, the only real question is who will put the child first? Because at the end of the day, that's the only side that should matter. So where does it go from here? Teyana is facing the pressure of trying to keep peace in a storm she didn't fully cause. Iman is defending his role as a father while balancing public sympathy and potential legal action. Aaron is navigating love and support while being labeled as the intruder. And fans? They're torn, emotional, and more divided than ever. The only thing certain right now is that this story is far from over. The next move, whether it's a court filing, a public statement, or another viral video, could change everything. So what? Do you think? Is Iman justified in how he reacted? Is Aaron overstepping? Or is Teyana the one who has to take control before things spiral even further? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. And trust us, you won't want to miss what happens next.